Chicago also making some changes. McDermott comes in for Dunleavy. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for Jimmy Butler. If you're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play. So they are equally as adept on that side of the ball.
To the right side. Mirotic with it. Barbosa picks him up. And Mirotic kicks to McDermott. 6 on the shot clock. Mirotic's shot is off. Warriors trailed by 3. Back to Barbosa. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. Barbosa's got his first points in this one.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side. Try to come up with a few more steals.
Passes to Moore. Fires the 3. At the end of one, a closely contested game. Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Rush out there with Draymond Green. Then it's Curry. Then there's Maurice Spates. And it's Clark in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last 11 seasons. Last year, they have become a fixture, Greg, in the playoffs in the East.
And how about last season, Kevin, had that interdivision matchup in their first round against the up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups for them in that series, but they were able to prevail. And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
And the Warriors making a change here. Bogut's checked in. Here's Portis. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
Boy, in that playoff series against the Bucks, the Bulls looked like they were primed for an upset as they started slowly. Eventually pulled it together and came in as the underdogs against the Cavs.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And the Cavs knocked out the Bulls in 6 games. Bulls went up 2-1 in the series, but didn't have an answer for LeBron. Strong effort from the Bulls, though, but they just couldn't match the firepower of the Cavs.
They double him with Butler. Green passes to Bogut. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And, guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Here's Clark, and Gasol sends it back. Holiday dishes to Gasol, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high, fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession. And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Golden State. Thompson comes in for Steph Curry. Taj Gibson's checked in for Chicago. Dunleavy comes in for Justin Holiday. Outside, Green. Rejected by Gasol. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
And it's Butler with the jam.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Bogut, that's good.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
The Bulls leading by 5. Rose with the ball. Guarded now by Andrew Bogut.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Bulls.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, but they've also protected the paint extremely well. You see that in their block shot totals, but also they've altered a lot of shots.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gasol. And Mirotic subbed in for Jimmy Butler.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Ejuan Moore, he's checked in for Chicago. Brooks comes in for Rose. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. Moore with the steal. To the middle. And it's Brooks that time on the assist by Dunleavy. And the Bulls lead by 9.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
And again, Aaron Brooks.
Boy, what a significant turnaround here in the second quarter after only making 40% from the field in the first.
And really deep through that time. Thompson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
It is so hard to contain it. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Here's Noah. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Here's Mirotic. And the Bulls with another miss. Iguodala kicks to Livingston. Here's Ezeli. Off the iron that time. And that does it for the first half of play. It's Chicago, up 8. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. It's been quite a game for Andrew Bogut.
Yeah, the rebounding, particularly on the offensive side, as good as it gets. He was bringing the effort down low.
And I tell you what, that allowed him to get his team several multiple shot opportunities. His work on the offensive glass has been invaluable.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. It's been quite a game for Andrew Bogut.
Yeah, he's playing just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
So for Chicago right now, Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. And it's Dunleavy in the 3 slot. Rose with the block. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose. Bulls on D. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Gasol with the steal. Now here's Rose. Look at that jam. Wow. I mean, just beautiful.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes. And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Oracle Arena, let's keep it going.
And no doubt last season the Bulls were clearly preparing for the playoffs. They played their rookies but added a lot of playoff seasoned veterans to that roster.
Warriors trail by 15. Curry kicks to Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
As you mentioned, the Bulls added veteran leaders last season. Pau Gasol was the notable one. 11 Bulls Clark had playoff experience prior to their postseason run the season ago.
And that's invaluable, Kevin, to have that kind of experience. I mean, having Gasol, 2-time champion in the locker room, big, as is having almost a dozen guys who understand the intensity and the details that playoff basketball requires. Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Now here's Rose. 6 points for him. Up and in on the layup. Rose has got 8 points.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Andrew Bogut. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Justin Holiday's checked in for Mike Dunleavy. The Bulls leading by 12. Here's Gasol. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That's his first foul. And the Warriors with some changes. Spates comes in for Draymond Green. And it's Iguodala in for Harrison Barnes. Portis, he's checked in for the Bulls. It's stolen by Rose. There's the lob to the hoop. And Holiday throws it down.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Stolen by Holiday. Top of the key. Spates with the block. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Spates. And the Warriors with some changes. Azili's checked in for Rush. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gibson. Mirotic comes in for Portis. McDermott's checked in for Justin Holiday. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose. Here is Livingston. Aaron Brooks picking up that last basket.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
Spates the pass to Azili. And they get it back. They recover it. Golden State moving the ball around. Livingston. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. In transition, here come the Bulls. And the rejection by Iguodala. Here's Barbosa. Finished off the break.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
Now here's Brooks. He's got 6. And finished off by Noah.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim. Nice piece of work there. Get yourself a little space and pull the trigger.
And Brooks, here we go.
Aaron Brooks.
And that one's good. Brooks has got 8 points.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Livingston, no luck.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Bulls lead by 15. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. Green is out there with Iguodala. And it's Curry in at the point. So that's the group out there for Golden State. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul.
Checking in for your Warriors, Andrew Bogut.
Moore with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Outside Rose. He dishes it to Gasol. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. And 12 points for Pau Gasol.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.